Rhea Ripley recently revealed a lot of interesting notes about the Judgment Day, so we'll see what's new there. We'll also check out tons of new rumors surrounding Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, and much more. Let's start things off with these interesting comments from Rhea Ripley. Rhea is quickly approaching her third month as SmackDown Women's Champion, and has been up to a lot during this title reign. Obviously, the biggest match so far to come out of Rhea Ripley's title reign was the match where she first won the title at, and that was back at WrestleMania 39 against Charlotte Flair. Charlotte and Rhea stole the show with an outstanding match that left everyone talking, and was the perfect way to kick off Rhea Ripley's title reign. Then from there, Rhea Ripley successfully defended her title against Zelina Vega. Some may say that Zelina was the underdog there in that matchup, but it was still an impressive win for Rhea because she had to overcome the biggest hometown crowd advantage of Zelina Vega at Backlash. Then Rhea moved on to Natalya, a longtime veteran in the industry, and impressively squashed her in just a few seconds. So it's been a first few impressive wins for Rhea Ripley and her still very young title reign. So we'll have to see who steps up to challenge Rhea Ripley, especially at the bigger shows coming up like SummerSlam. But Rhea recently spoke with Fox 61, and she was asked if she would like to see more intergender matches in WWE. Rhea Ripley had this to say in response to that question, quote, "I'm not too sure. For me, I would like to see it, just for the pure fact that I would love beating up the men. I love showing them exactly who I am and proving my dominance. It's a different kind of excitement for me because you get to see the fear in their eyes when they realize that they've taken you lightly, that they didn't take you as a threat to begin with. I hope so for me, but I'm not too entirely sure for what the future holds," end quote. Rhea Ripley had echoed a similar stance in previous interviews. She always said that her favorite part about being with the Judgment Day is that it gives her these prime opportunities to interact with the male talent. She gets to stare down male talent like the Usos and Solo Sikoa, something that obviously doesn't happen for the rest of the women's roster. So she loves being in such a unique spot that she can basically find herself interacting with literally any superstar, man or woman. But telling by her comments here, Rhea wants to take it to the next level and actually step foot into the ring with male superstars. The last time WWE had a real mini intergender feud was probably a few years ago in the Thunderdome era with the entire Sasha Banks, Bianca Belair, and Reggie storyline. That storyline saw Sasha Banks pick up a win over Reggie, which of course is extremely rare to see. Also, you can't forget that Alexa Bliss and Randy Orton technically faced off in a singles match back in 2021 that legitimately ended with Alexa scoring a pinfall victory over Randy Orton. So it's definitely been seen before, especially sprinkled in over the last few years, but it's still rare to see. Rhea Ripley still wants to experience it herself and face off against a male talent. Of course, the biggest dream match here for this scenario would be Rhea Ripley versus Solo Sikoa. Rhea and Solo have had a lot of stare downs over the last few weeks, and the community has been talking about that possible matchup ever since. So it would be a pretty unique situation if that match was to take place. It wasn't the only thing Rhea Ripley talked about. She also recently sat down with the Battlegrounds podcast and spoke about the Judgment Day's process for new members. She had this to say, quote, "We're always looking at individuals that might make the cut. They obviously have to prove themselves to us, and they have to want the same things that we want. Also, understand that no one is in charge, that we're all here in a close-knit unit, where we're all supporting each other and wanting what's best for everyone in the group, and just wanting to take over WWE as a whole," end quote. That's something else that Rhea Ripley talked about. She said that everyone currently in the Judgment Day is well aware and agreed on the fact that there is no leader in the group. They all make decisions together. So when it comes to bringing on new members, that's something that they gotta know. They can't just join the group and expect to take it over as the leader because that's not how it'll work. New members have been teased since early on in the year, and it was recently teased again on Raw with Finn Balor spying on JD McDonough. So the new members could be coming in the next few months for sure. The new rumors and reports never stop coming in for Roman Reigns. Roman has just received the brand new Undisputed Universal title and surpassed 1,000 days as champion. And he also has a lot of ongoing issues with the Usos right now. But more future plans are already being talked about for Roman Reigns. It's being reported that Vince McMahon is still allegedly pulling a lot of weight within the Bloodline story. The report claims that big story decisions for Roman Reigns and the Bloodline, and any talks of anyone dethroning Roman Reigns, must first allegedly go through Vince McMahon, and how he must approve everything going on there. So if that report is true, that means that everything we've seen in that story for Roman Reigns must have ran through Vince first. It's also being reported that the current hidden agenda and plan of making Roman Reigns so invincible and giving him all these historic milestones in current day is so that they can turn around in a few years and make Roman Reigns into a legendary superhero babyface character. And that's been a rumor that's been floating around for a while now. It was also always said that Roman Reigns would be returning to a babyface persona as soon as this current tribal chief era comes to an end. And it's something that the fans have mixed feelings and anxiety about, because WWE tried a superhero babyface persona for Roman Reigns in the past, and it didn't truly work out that smoothly. Obviously, Roman Reigns feels more natural and really elevated his game in the heel role. So that's why fans are a little nervous to hear the report that Roman Reigns will basically return to his big dog days down the line. Fans think that the only way for this to work is if Roman Reigns somehow keeps certain elements from his tribal chief character and brings them into this new babyface character. Maybe that'll make the transition a bit smoother, but that apparently appears to be the plan. As Roman gets older and starts his own transition into Hollywood, it looks like WWE will use him as the nostalgic babyface legend that comes back for huge matches every so often. In other Roman Reigns related news, reports and rumors also claim that Roman and Cody may be on another collision course to face off against each other once again. Reports claim that Roman and Cody could meet again as soon as WrestleMania 40. And from a realistic perspective, WrestleMania 40 may actually be the next time that Roman's title reign actually feels threatened. So it may be all smooth sailing for Roman Reigns until he meets Cody Rhodes, or whoever else may turn out to be his opponent at WrestleMania 40. But what are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.